Many of you may have heard there are now over 5 million coronavirus cases in the US. And you know what? By the end of the year, this can easily double, easily, at the rate this thing is spreading around the country. So this is CNBC, August 9th, 2020. US tops 5 million coronavirus cases as outbreaks threatens America's Midwest. The United States has surpassed 5 million coronavirus cases. And yeah, it's a terrible milestone. It's certainly one you don't want to reach at all, but this country has reached that number. And believe me, y'all, this is a lowball number. There are way more people with this thing that never been tested and they are walking around. So just take this number with a grain of salt. It is a lot higher. Okay, so this represents roughly a quarter of all infections across the world confirmed since the coronavirus first emerged from Wuhan, China, a little over 7 months ago. It just took 6 weeks for the number of COVID-19 infections to double in the US, which logged at least 1 million infections over the last 2 weeks, according to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University. The latest grim report comes as growth in new cases in the US appears to be leveling off at an average of 54,235 new infections a day over the last week. This is according to CNBC analysis by Hopkins data. New cases peaked at 67,902 new cases on July 19th, based on a 7-day average after a resurgence of coronavirus cases ripped through the Sunbelt states in June and July. California and Florida have both reported more than 500,000 total cases since the outbreak hit the US in late January, and Texas is closely approaching that number. Total cases for each state now exceeds New York, which was once considered the epicenter of the nation's outbreak earlier this year. However, those states have reported far fewer deaths than the Empire State, which has lost more than 32,000 people to the coronavirus so far, according to Hopkins. Doctors say they've been able to save more lives compared with the peak in New York in March and April because they know more about the virus and have discovered better treatments, such as, okay, wow. So, anyway, the recent surge in cases has also affected far more younger people who have higher survival rates. The US health officials fear the virus may be widely circulating in parts of the Midwest now. White House coronavirus advisor Anthony Fauci and coronavirus task force coordinator Deborah Birx have voiced concerns that the states like Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Indiana are beginning to see an uptick in their so called positivity rates, or the percentage of tests that are positive. Every country have suffered. We, the United States, have suffered as much or worse than anyone, Fauci said during an interview with CNN and the Harvard School of Public Health on Wednesday. I mean, when you see or you look at the numbers of infections and the number of deaths, it's really is quite concerning. So, I don't care what they say. They don't know a lot about this virus. How the hell do you end up with 5 million cases and you know a lot about the virus? Are these people serious? Fauci has criticized his divisiveness created between public health measures to prevent the spread of the coronavirus and reopening the economy, saying it has become a debate between choosing one or the other. He suggests some states take a serious re-examination of where they are in the process of reopening and determine whether they need to pause or roll back some reopenings. I don't think we need to go into the fall and winter thinking we're going to have a catastrophe, Fauci said during a Q&A with the Brown University School of Public Health on Friday. We could go into the fall and winter coming out looking good if we do certain things. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has continued to press states to reopen and reiterated his beliefs that lockdowns would cause more harm than good. He said the nation should now focus on keeping older Americans safe while sending people back to work and school. Wow. Lockdowns do not prevent infection in the future. They just don't. It just comes back many ways. This is what Trump has said. It just comes back many times. It comes back, Trump said at a press briefing Monday. However, Trump said on Wednesday that there's no question the virus will eventually go away like things go away. You know what? After dealing with this thing since what, February all the way up until now, nobody wants to hear this just go away. And no, Trump, it is not going to just go away. Okay. You need to stop all this damn fantasy talk. The president's comments contradict his medical advisor and the World Health Organization, which have all warned that the virus may never be completely eradicated from the planet. The president also continued to push for schools to reopen this fall, saying that he believes most of them will. When it comes to the coronavirus, he says kids are able to throw it off very easily, which is not true. And ladies and gentlemen, kids are already getting sick, especially in states where they've already reopened the schools. They're already getting sick. Kids and adults are getting sick. So, I don't expect Trump to really be honest with the public. We're going to keep hearing this, it'll go away, it'll go away. I don't know why he think that is a good talking point. I don't get it. Whoever is advising him, or he could be doing it on his own. We know Trump don't listen to folks, but it's bad advice. Nevertheless, it's bad. Nobody wants to hear that after hearing the country has more than 5 million cases, and he's still sitting there talking about it's going to go away. It's going to go away. What is he going to do? Say this all the way up to the election? Oh, this man, he just don't have the brains of a gnat. But y'all, this is where we are, and this is the leadership. Sucks, doesn't it? Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.